Hi everyone, welcome back to another scrapbook process video. Thanks for joining me again, and today I am doing another layout using this photo play paper collection. I can't remember, my videos are all jumbled up right now, so I don't remember if I've done a layout on this channel with this collection yet or not. I know I have a couple that I will be doing, so whether or not they're up yet, oh well, but either way, I'm doing another layout with this collection. I'm just trying to figure out which papers I want to use. I mentioned in another video that I really liked this collection when I first bought it, but I thought it was more of a snow collection, and I don't mind that it's Christmassy, but it's kind of a little too mixed for me. It's too much snow and Christmas, and I guess why I don't like that as much is because where I live, I don't think we ever get snow on Christmas. If we do, it's hardly ever. And I don't mind mixing something like that on a page, but these pictures that I want to scrapbook in this layout were from January and Christmas was over, so I didn't really want to mix, the Christmas and the snow pictures or elements together. So I am going to struggle with this just a tiny bit, not too much, because this is one of the first layouts I made, so I had more of the snow stuff left over, but really super cute collection. However, I really like it. I am following a sketch by Scrapbook Generation, and I believe I'm going to get 13 photos onto this layout, and I really like how this layout turns out. Again, I love Scrapbook Generation. I couldn't say enough good things about them. I'm just taking all my papers now and cutting them down. So what I do is I put the sketch and I clip it onto the wall that's in front of me underneath the shelves that are above me, and that way I can kind of look at it as I go along, and that way it also doesn't show up on camera, which I apologize, but I did purchase the sketch and I don't want to show the sketches that people purchase. That's how they make their money. So, but I do encourage you to check them out if you like sketches and you have lots of photos to scrapbook, because it really, I've used their sketches over and over, and they are coming out with some new sketches, I believe. Hopefully this year. I thought they were going to last year, but I think I was wrong. But anyways, I think they are working on some new ones, and I'm so excited. And sometimes they also have free sketches, by the way, so it's something to at least check out. These are photos of our snow day, and I think I've scrapbooked a few of these lately. This was from 2017, and we had about a week's worth of snow and ice, and that hardly ever happens where I live, and it was wonderful. I took tons of photos. You can see that bottom photo there is my son, and he just basically plopped backwards into the snow. There was so much snow, and so you can see how deep he is in it, and I mean, it was so much fun. We never get that here, and I loved it. And when it snows, I do take a lot of pictures. So I've noticed in Disneyland, I take a ton of photos. At the beach, I take a ton of photos. And when it snows, I take a ton of photos. And I'm trying to be good about not taking hundreds and hundreds. But you know what? If those are the events that I really love, that we don't get to do that often, although we do get to go to the beach, I have been a little better about that. Because we do get to go there at least once a year. But snow and Disneyland, if I enjoy taking the pictures, I'm going to, and I'll just scrapbook 100 photos on every page if I have to. So now I'm just layering up the papers. I can't remember if I inked the edges of these papers or not. I might not have, because I didn't see it in the video, and all of these papers would have taken a long time. I've been going a little back and forth with inking. I love inking. I will never stop inking, but a few times lately, the collections that I've used, I felt like didn't really need the inking. And sometimes it depends on the color. So I'm just laying down all the strips now, and I'm going according to whatever the sketch says. I might have cut a few of the papers a little bit different because I didn't add as many strips as they did or something, but this layout is going to be a little different for me, because you can see all the different pattern papers there. Makes it really busy, but it turns out really great. So I've also cut down my photos, and originally I thought I was going to have to use this flip flap here, because I thought that I had more photos than what the sketch called for, but actually I end up not using that. So if you've never heard of flip flaps and you like to scrapbook a lot of photos, I suggest looking those up. They are a great way to add instead. So basically where you would add one photo, you would get 3 photos in that one spot, because you put them in that little plastic flip flap, and then that just lays gently over on the page protector, and you flip it open. When somebody's looking, they can just open it and close it and see the rest of the picture. So where you would only get 1 photo, you would get 3 instead, or you could do 2 and journaling on one side. It's a great way to kind of have a little bit of hidden journaling if you'd like also. So you can see I've already trimmed my photos down to the sizes that they called for, although I think I might have altered maybe the sizes on mine. So I know that this whole area is just going to be these photos, and I just put a bunch of the ATG adhesive down instead of doing each photo separately. I just put a bunch of strips onto the layout, and I'm going to put my photos down. And I am trying to alter my photos just a little bit, because my older son has a green coat on and my younger son kind of has an orangish coat on, which is another reason I really like this collection for these pictures, is because there are those elements of the orange and green in the pattern papers. So I think they turned out really well. But when I was laying the photos down, you can see I made sure to put some of each kid all around. So I didn't just put all of the orange coat on the bottom and all of the green coat on the top. I kind of went back and forth with all of them. So that just helps make it look more cohesive and all together, and not just one big clump, if that makes any sense. So I'm just adding the rest of the strips down, and this layout actually goes fairly quickly for me. I'm hoping that I have all the footage to it. There was one layout that I lost a bunch of footage on, which I was kind of disappointed on, but that was okay. I think it was my fault for accidentally turning off the camera or whatever. So, excuse me. The sketch did call for a couple extra small little 2x2 photos, and that's one thing I think I like about Scrapbook Generation 2 is they're really good at adding little 2x2 photos around. Not always can I make my photo a 2x2, but if I planned ahead, I could always print them up. But I'm just looking around at the elements now. I thought about mounting these little photos on some pattern paper strips, or pattern paper pieces, just because I felt like they got just a little bit lost on the background paper. So that is what I'm doing now. First I had that one on that green paper, but I think it got a little lost. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think I do all of them on this striped pattern paper piece instead of the snowflake one, just because they stand out just a little bit more. And I'm just going to cut them out, and I might use my little, do I use my little tool? Nope, I'm just going to use my trimmer this time. I didn't really care how even they were. I just wanted them to have a little bit of a border. So I guess I could have sped this part of the video up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to trim those up, and you can see the one that I put there on the left. It just kind of helps it stand out just a little bit more from that background paper. I'm not used to doing such busy backgrounds. There is still white on these layouts, but they're on the very edges. But I really like how it turns out anyway. So I've been a little more bold with using the pattern papers all over the place than I usually am. So I'm just kind of setting this side up how I want it to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. And I love the fact that these 2 photos are here, and they're kind of like the main focus of the page. So there's all those other fun photos on the left-hand page, but on the right-hand page, it kind of tells the story with the 2 main photos. Like there's a lot of snow there, and they look like they're having fun. So there was these little tag stickers that says snow, and I'm cutting off the tag part because I don't know, you know me, I struggle with tags, so I just figured I wouldn't even bother trying to make it work. And I'm trying, you can see all that other stuff is real Christmassy, and I'm trying not to use any of that stuff. And I'm just playing around. I believe, is this I can't remember the sketch, but I thought there was snowmen on the sketch. Maybe I'm following some kind of Christmassy one by them, or I can't really remember. But I'm just adding a few of the ephemera pieces around, and there are some, are they penguins or snowmen? Yeah, they're penguins. I'm going to end up adding a penguin of some sort into each cluster to kind of help bring your eye around the page also. And I really love how these clusters turn out. I love the photos, the 2x2 photo combined in with the clusters. Not every cluster has a 2x2 photo, but that doesn't really matter. It's still just, adds a little something to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing everything down, and some of the elements, again, like I usually do, I'm going to add foam tape to. Oh, I'm also going to take, what I'm going to do here, oh, you can't really see that, that's a 005 pen. I'm just barely going to outline, just with, I think I go 3 times on each one, but there's such a small little border. It just helps it stand out a little bit, and because I didn't ink any of my edges, I think that's why I decided to do that just on these 2x2 photos, because I didn't ink the edges, and so to help them stand out a little more, I'm going to put the little border on each of these 2x2 photos. I don't do it to everything, but just on the 2x2 photos. I'm just trying to cover up the glare for you there. I don't have the best of lighting. I've tried. I don't have room to have these huge, like overhead lights like a lot of people do, you know, maybe someday, but for now I don't. So anyways, now I'm building this cluster. I am going to add some things, again, like I was saying a minute ago, on foam tape, and some of the things are just going to sit there. I'm just taking a look at the sticker sheet, and you can see there that there is a lot of Christmas stuff. So there's snow, like a lot of snow sayings, and there's mittens and snowflakes, but then there's like Christmas bulbs everywhere, and I love those Christmas bulb stickers, by the way. They're really cute. I had originally thought about popping up this phrase, this word snow, but I think I changed my mind. I was going to do like half, so part of the letter was sticking flat to the page and the other part was popped up on a foam tape, with foam tape, but it just did not look very good at all. So there's this sticker here with the penguins, and that is what started me with the penguins in each cluster. I just really liked how they all looked, and plus, I don't know if in these pictures all 3 of my kids show up, but all 3 of my kids were outside playing in the snow that day, and so I thought that kind of just went, there was 3 penguins there and 1 for each kid, so I kind of liked that. And then I'm just adding a few little word stickers that are there and those are the ones I am adding on foam tape. And this might actually be the first layout I did with this collection, because if you look at the sticker sheet, none of those stickers are used up, and that's really the only thing I have except for that small ephemera pack. So this must have been the first layout I did with this collection. And now I have that ephemera piece that's up in the top, and it has the 3 penguins. And then I am going to do, I'm going to lose a little bit of the footage of me putting together the cluster on the left hand side. I do apologize for that. You will, however, see some close-ups at the end here, and that is coming up. I apologize for the shortness of this video. The next video will be much better. Here is a close-up of a couple of the snowflakes. I did add, like I said, again, for the 5th time probably, penguins in each cluster. There's the cluster on the left-hand side, and I liked the one where he looks like he's sledding. And then here is a shot of the entire layout. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, goodbye.